Hey there, this is Mike with Adventures in Flight. Thank you very much for joining me for this video presentation. As always, I appreciate you taking time to be able to join me. Today's video is about staying sharp. And I'm basically referring to the fact if you have more than one drone, you need to really stay sharp with all of the skills that that drone has to offer you. So I'm going to give you an example of what happened today. Today, I was doing firmware updates on two of the drones that I had not flown in a while. And I have to confess that I have only flown DJI drones since mid-April. So I did an update on the SkyRover X1, no issues there, everything was fine, took it for a flight, everything was beautiful. I decided to update the Atom 2. And basically, it went through an update of the controller, then an update of the drone firmware, then it did another update of the controller, and then it was complete. All right. And after that, I said, well, you know what? I want to go and take that for a flight as well. So I did. And this video is going to illustrate why it's important to stay sharp with your skills on each of the drones that you have. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alrighty, let's get things kicked off. So as mentioned, I had not flown this drone since March, and I am desperately trying to find the takeoff button. And of course, there's one slight little problem. The takeoff button doesn't exist on this drone. You actually have to touch the screen and swipe in the appropriate direction. That's what some time away will do. You will get rusty. So, as you can see, I figure it out and we are taking off. Now, of course, I wanted to include this, which is a great shot of Sawney Mountain in the background in its majesty. Certainly looks beautiful on this June day. But now we'll go to item number 2. And that is I'm trying to do an AI QuickShot. And it says draw a box on the area that you want the area or the drone to circle. So I attempt to do this. And I go to the menu, look to see if there's anything. There's not. So I keep trying. And finally, it pops up on the screen. So I can select AI QuickShots, select circle, and we are about to begin. Now, here is the actual footage of the AI QuickShot circle. Now, I'm going to take you back in time, and I'll reference this in the video or in the description. Months and months and months ago, actually probably about almost 6 months ago, I did a comparison regarding waypoint missions and points of interest using this drone as well as the SkyRover X1. Well, when using this drone on a waypoint mission, it would pause at each stop and each waypoint. And it would have like a 1-second stop and then it would resume. Now, with QuickShots and using the circle feature, you can see this is continuous and it looks really good and it's much better. This is the desired result that you want to get, being able to utilize this functionality. So this is very smooth. Now, I will tell you it was a windy day at the time. The wind was blowing at 24 miles per hour at 300 feet above ground level, which is the highest level that this particular drone can withstand. And all things considered, it did quite well. It was just a pain trying to get the QuickShot mission started. And again, we're circling around, very smooth. And again, this resolves the waypoint issue with points of interest. So might be a feature to use moving forward if you're going to use this particular drone in that capacity. Again, great shots here. I know there were golfers on the course at this particular time, so I was trying to avoid them with this. Typically on a Monday, the golf course is closed, but for some reason, it was open today. I guess to make up for yesterday because it did rain here, but anyway. All right, this circle should be coming to an end momentarily. Now, one thing I'll mention is that I have not used any of these automated features in the past on any of my drones until I began experimenting with the ARE 3S, the DJI ARE 3S, and you know, and I just happened to notice this right now, and I saw this on the screen as I was doing this mission, and it seemed to pause a couple of times. But anyway, let us take you to the next step. So I now go to the other pond, and I'm going to attempt to program a QuickShot mission here. So I draw a box, nothing. Draw a box again, nothing. Draw a box again, nothing. One more time, nothing. Draw it again, nothing. Finally, I gave up because my battery level was getting too low, and I said, I'll come back with a fresh battery. So I come back with a fresh battery. I did not do a screen record the second time around, and here goes the circle around the second pond, as I refer to this. And again, the Atom 2 is flying in a smooth pattern. It is looking really good from this perspective. Again, way better than the waypoint missions using point of interest. The imagery looks extremely good. The flight is very smooth. It's a gorgeous shot. All right, I won't show you the full circle, but we'll get to our closing comments here and wrap things up. Alrighty, well, that's going to conclude this video. Obviously, you can see through this video that I had forgotten a lot of knowledge about the Atom 2 in terms of how it is to take off. And basically, I had never used the AI QuickShots before, so therefore that was a new thing for me. And I thought it would be located on the menu like DJI drones, but obviously that's not the case. Drawing the square on the screen, I'm going to be very blunt here, so forgive me if I offend you. It was a pain in the ass. And I can't put it any other way. It took way too long to be able to draw and then be able to do the circle. And that is a strong negative about this particular drone. I mean, it should be pretty seamless, right? You draw a box and there you go. I mean, it works with the other drones I have that way. Why is it so troublesome on this one. And it should be located in a menu. You don't need to do any, you shouldn't have to do a square to get this function started. But anyway, a lot of this was, again, not using the drone for a while. But again, the frustrating part was just getting the functionality to work properly. And that's rather unfortunate about this drone. I do like the drone, but this has really put a negative taste in my mouth with regard to that. And again, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and close out this video. Again, thank you all for taking the time to watch. For my subscribers, thank you for being a part of this channel. I do appreciate it. If you're not already a subscriber, I invite you to join and be a part of this. And if you would give me a thumbs up, that would be most appreciated. All right. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.